Today, we are diving deep into the incredible world of medicinal mushrooms. But here's the thing, this isn't just about what one mushroom can do. We're going to uncover a powerful secret, how they work together to create an effect that is just so much greater than you'd ever expect. So, where does this all start? Well, believe it or not, our story begins over 5,000 years ago with a man we now call Otzi the Iceman. When his body was found perfectly preserved in a glacier, he was carrying something fascinating, a kind of fungal first aid kit. This wasn't just lunch, this was ancient medicine. It proves that our connection with fungi is literally as old as the hills. So this brings up some huge questions, right? What did Otzi know that we're only just beginning to understand now? What is the secret chemistry locked inside these organisms that has made them so important to us for thousands and thousands of years? What we're talking about today isn't some new age fad. Not at all. It's actually a return to ancient wisdom. But the difference is, this time, it's being confirmed by serious modern science that is finally decoding the secrets of this ancient fungal pharmacy. To really get this, we need to meet the main players. Let's call them the all-stars of the medicinal mushroom world, because each one brings its own unique set of superpowers to the table. First up, lion's mane, which everyone calls the brain booster. What makes it so special is its incredible ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. It actually stimulates something called nerve growth factor. Think of it like fertilizer for your brain cells, helping them grow, connect, and stay healthy. It's pretty amazing. Okay, next we've got cordyceps, the athlete's mushroom. This one is famous for firing up your vitality and endurance. How? Well, it helps your body produce more ATP, which is the basic energy currency that powers, well, every single thing your cells do. Then there's turkey tail, and this one is an absolute heavyweight champion when it comes to immune support. I mean, it is one of the most researched mushrooms on the planet for a reason. It's known for its incredible ability to build a fortress around your immune system. And that brings us to reishi. In traditional medicine, they called it the mushroom of immortality. Its main gig is being what's called an adaptogen. Basically, it's like a thermostat for your body's stress response, helping you adapt, manage stress, and find a sense of calm. And finally, we have chaga, the king of mushrooms. Now, this mushroom grows in some of the coldest, harshest climates on Earth. And just to survive, it has to produce this massive arsenal of protective compounds. The result? It's one of the most powerful antioxidant forces ever found in nature, a true free radical scavenger. Okay, so we know what these specialists do. But the real question is, how do they pull it off? To answer that, we've got to pop the hood and take a look at their molecular toolkit. The power of these fungi really boils down to something called bioactive compounds. These are the thousands of different molecules inside the mushroom. A good way to think of them is like tiny specific keys, and each one is designed to unlock a very specific process inside your body. These are the mushroom's secret weapons. Now, the most famous of these compounds, especially for our immune system, are called beta-glucans. These are basically long, complex sugar molecules found in the cell walls of the mushroom, and they are the #1 reason mushrooms have such a deep, powerful effect on our immunity. So how do they work? Well, beta-glucans don't just blindly boost your immune system. That could be chaotic. Instead, they train it. They latch onto your immune cells and teach them to be smarter, faster, and way more efficient at spotting and taking care of threats before they become a real problem. Okay, the other major group of compounds you need to know about are the triterpenes. If beta-glucans are the immune system's personal trainers, you can think of triterpenes as the master regulators for your whole system. You'll find a ton of them in mushrooms like reishi and chaga, and they're the reason for that calming, stress-managing effect. And these things are incredibly versatile. They have powerful anti-inflammatory effects, they can help protect the liver, and some even have antibacterial properties. It's this toolkit that helps our body find and maintain its balance, or what scientists call homeostasis. So we have all these amazing individual mushrooms, each with its own incredible toolkit. But this is where the story gets really interesting, because the true magic, the real power of these fungi, isn't found in any single one. It's unlocked when you bring them together. This is what's known as the ensemble effect. The best way to think about it is like a symphony orchestra. A single violin can play a beautiful melody, right? But when you combine it with the cellos, the brass, the woodwinds, you get something so much more complex and powerful than any one instrument could ever create on its own. The whole is truly, truly greater than the sum of its parts. Now, this isn't just some nice theory. It's a proven scientific principle.
And to see it in action, let's take a look at a landmark study that really puts this to the test.
So here's what the researchers did. They created a very precise formula, combining 3 heavy-hitting immune mushrooms, shiitake, maitake, and reishi. They wanted to know what happens when you bring these 3 together in just the right ratio. Well, the results were just staggering. The combination produced what scientists call a supra-additive effect. That's a fancy way of saying it wasn't just 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. No, this was more like 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 10. The combined impact was exponentially more powerful than any single mushroom could ever be on its own. Here's a quote straight from the study. It mentions cytokines. You can think of those as the text messages of your immune system. They tell the cells what to do. And this supra-additive, highly synergistic effect meant that together, the mushrooms sent a much stronger, clearer signal for the body to mount an immediate and aggressive defense. This is the ensemble effect, captured right there in the lab. It's the orchestra playing in perfect harmony.
All right, let's wrap this all up. We've seen that mushrooms have been part of our medicine cabinet for millennia. We learned that each mushroom has its own unique toolkit of powerful compounds. But the biggest takeaway is this: their true power is only unleashed through smart, strategic combination, creating that ensemble effect, where the whole becomes so much more powerful than its individual parts. And that leaves us with one last, really exciting thought. The science we looked at today used just 3 mushrooms. If that's what they can do together, just imagine what other incredible, powerful synergies are out there in nature, just waiting to be discovered.